Do that look Photoshop?
They said it's Photoshop.
Fight week, less than 6 days, 7 days. Norman, do that look Photoshopped? You in trouble.
He just has so much experience. You know, he's 26 years old, but he's in big fights since he was 20 years old. So I feel like what's gonna win this fight is experience. Obviously, Devin Haney's boxing, and the fact that Devin Haney's going up in weight, I think he's gonna be stronger at 147. So it's gonna be a good fight. But I got Devin Haney winning that.
You heard it. That is David Benavidez picking Devin the Dream Haney in his first 147-pound fight to defeat the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Brian Norman Jr., right? And one thing that I've been talking about that David Benavidez just brought up was the fact that this is Devin Haney's first fight at 147 pounds, a weight class where he's not depleting his body to be able to make a weight. He's not taking away from his full potential because he's fighting in a heavier weight class now. We've seen Boots Ennis talk about the difference from 147 to 154. We heard David Benavidez himself missing weight at 168 pounds, moving up to 175, and now has more power, has more speed, feels even more healthier and deadlier. We just seen a bad example of this with Chris Eubank Jr. this weekend. Coming in at 160 pounds against Conor Benn, he looked absolutely depleted compared to his first fight where he didn't even make the weight. There's a big difference when somebody tries to make a weight cut that is absolutely ridiculously hard for them when they're already weight bullying in the first place. And Devin the Dream Haney for the first time is not going to be dealing with that, fighting at 147 pounds. Now, he has looked completely different. And one thing that I would say, there's a big misconception on this guy that he's a runner, that he runs on all his fights. I'll tell you what, man. Devin the Dream Haney was only running against Jose Ramirez. And he needed to do that to regain the confidence and understanding of himself. But he did not run against Ryan Garcia. Every single time he got dropped, he was actually pushing the pace. Go rewatch that fight. He was not running against Rigue Prograis. He was not running against George Linares, all right? He wasn't. He wasn't running against Lomachenko. That was a stylistic clash-up fight. And if you are one of these people that says he's a runner, then you don't understand boxing completely, or you're just a biased person, all right? He definitely wasn't running against George Kambosos. You guys, I think that this might benefit Devin Haney so much that we might be possibly seeing the greatest Devin Haney that we have ever saw, okay? We know he's skilled as hell. He's competed against some of the best boxers in the world. We just heard the interview with Brian Norman Jr. talk about who was on his resume. Why do you guys call this guy one of the best? He's beat George Kambosos, Lomachenko, all right? Rigue Prograis, okay? George Linares, all right? You're talking about George Kambosos right after he beat Teofimo Lopez, okay? The argument is there. If you want to argue it or not, you can say the same thing about Brian Norman Jr.'s resume, okay? It goes, to me, it doesn't go both ways. But if you want to be stubborn, then say that, all right? But I honestly think Devin Haney is going to come in this weekend and be more healthier, more stronger, and be way more of a problem with a little bit more snap to his punches. This is a dude who has ridiculously good defense, ridiculously good offense, who lands punches, but hasn't got a knockout in a couple years. You know, he's been getting a lot of decisions in a row. It's just a little tough for him. But I think at 147 pounds, the way he's been hitting the mitts, I think this is going to be a completely different Devin Haney. All right? Whether you agree or not, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, my friends, because we are just a few days away from finally getting all the answers, seeing who really is the best in the world between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin the Dream Haney, my friends. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic matchup. I can't wait.